welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Licia, and if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. So today I have a cut crease for beginners tutorial for you guys. Do y'all remember back in like 2016, 2015 when everybody was doing the cut crease? Like if you didn't know how to do a cut crease, did you really know how to do your makeup? Well, I remember because I was literally killing myself learning how to do a cut crease. But I'm bringing you guys this cut crease tutorial using the Zulu palette by Juvias. I got gifted this for my birthday and I absolutely love it. Shout out to Leica for the birthday gift. This palette is screaming literally me. I love using bright colors, especially on my makeup. I don't think I've done that in a long time. I don't know why, but this palette is so pretty. It like literally just came out actually. I'm gonna swatch you guys a couple of these shades. They are super duper creamy. I feel like if a company doesn't know how to, look at that, that's so pretty. If a company doesn't know how to execute shimmer shadows, then you don't need to be buying from them, because shimmer shadows are really easy to make after I've done my research. I know that. So yeah, these are a couple of the shimmer shadows. They're super duper pretty. And even the mattes on here are freaking gorgeous. Like so pretty. My favorite color in this entire palette, or just my favorite color in general, is yellow. And I was really upset and sad when the yellow came out like this. That's so ugly, but it actually blends out really nicely on chocolate skin tones like myself. Obviously with this palette, I wanted the colors to come out as bright as I possibly could with this look. So I added a really light base underneath it. So it kind of just definitely helped. But the palette all in all blends out really well. We do have some kickback and some fallout whenever I like was brushing into the palette, and also on my face. Some of it fell off my face. But like I'm gonna tell you guys in this tutorial, I don't really care about fallout if I get pigment and it blends out really well. So I like this palette. It is definitely Bernice approved. You guys are gonna see a lot more looks using this palette. This entire eye look was from this palette. Everything else that I did is in the description box below as far as like products and stuff. Before we get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and the notification jingling bell to know exactly when I'm dropping a video. And without further ado, let's get straight into this tutorial. Okay guys, let's get straight into this look. I've already done my eyebrows clearly off camera. I used the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in Ebony, and then I just outlined my eyebrows and shaped them with the LA Pro Girl Concealer in Chestnut. As always, all the products that I'm going to be using are in the description box below if you guys like either forget or I forget to even mention it on here. So the first thing I'm actually going to do is prepare my base for my eyeshadow. Those are really high pigment eyeshadows, but sometimes when it comes to girls like me, chocolate girls, a lot of those colors don't appear as bright if they're not used with some help. So what's going to help me is this concealer in Creamy Beige. This is like 100 times lighter than my skin tone. And a light concealer underneath your eyeshadow always makes it pop a little bit more. So what I'm going to do is just blend this out on my eyes, and then I'm going to set it with my Airspun translucent powder. So now let's get into this palette. So unfortunately this palette doesn't come with like names on it. So I'm just gonna be screaming out yellow, brown, orange, green, shimmery turquoise blue. So that's what we're gonna do. So as always, I'm gonna start off with my transition color. Thank you, Jesus. This palette comes with an orange, so I don't have to dip into any other palette. I'm gonna take this orange right here. And let me tell you guys right now that there is some fallout on the palette, and I'm pretty sure it's also gonna I'm pretty sure I'm also gonna have some fallout on my eyes too, but honestly I don't really see that as a problem as long as the eyeshadow is actually pigmented on my eyes and it's blending out, and then we can kind of work with fallout. Now if you're having fallout and it's not pigmented and it's not blending out on your eye, sis, throw it out. I almost forgot, before we get started on any of this, because this is a beginner friendly cut crease tutorial, what I'm gonna do is just grab some tape. So about this much, I don't know if you guys can see that, about this much tape, And what I'm gonna do is place this tape on the sides of my eyes like this. And this is just going to help your cut crease look cleaner, more crisp, and yeah. A lot of people are gonna be yelling, but this is my channel and I want to be able to do videos of things that I've done or gone through. So this is what I did to learn how to do a proper cut crease. I don't obviously have to do this anymore, but I just want to help anyone who's doing a cut crease for the first time. So with your tape, you really want to make sure that they look the same on each side. So this one's kind of like laying down. Maybe like, okay, I think that's good enough. So let's go back into the shadow. I'm gonna take that orange color. I'm actually gonna put this right above my crease. So your crease is like, well, my crease is right here. It's basically where your eyes like fold over. If you don't have an apparent crease, mine is just really apparent because I have like a folded lid, so it's like extra skin. But if you don't have yours, if you don't have like a really apparent crease, you can create one. So add this color right above where you would want to create that cut crease, where I'm gonna get to that right now. I'm gonna get to that later, but let's go ahead with this step. I'm putting this right above my crease. It is pigmented honey, and I really feel like a lot of it has to do with the fact that I'm using I used a really light base or concealer, and I actually just want to like extend that outward. So now what I'm really just doing is kind of just placing the shadow where I want it to be. I'm just kind of building up that color. So now I'm actually going to tap off a lot of that excess powder, and now what I'm going to do is go in and just blend that off. Now going in with a more flatter brush like this, I'm gonna get right into my crease with this brush. And I'm gonna use the pink shade in the palette. This shade actually is really funny because it doesn't have like crazy fallout, which kind of made me a little bit nervous, as in like, what if it's not as creamy as the other shades? But let's see what it does. I'm gonna place this right on my crease right here. So far so good. So far so good, I actually can't really complain. Going back in with that orange, I just want to make sure that that orange didn't get washed out by the pink, blending all the outer edges out. So now is where that cut crease magic is going to happen. What I like to do is take some concealer, put it on the back of my hand like this. You don't really need a lot, maybe like a dime size amount. And then what you want to do is take an actual flat brush like this, tap that concealer on your flat brush. And then what you want to do is basically find your crease. And if you have hooded eyelids like me, you want to go over it. But if you don't have hooded eyelids, like I was saying before, like your eyelid, that crease of your eyelid is just really thin or just not as apparent, you can also go over it to kind of create like a bigger eyelid space. Today, I'm just honestly not even going to go over it just because I don't really want to. So my crease is right above, like right here. And what I like to do is actually just make a line to know how far up I'm gonna go. And so then now what I'm gonna do is start from the inner corner of my eye, like this, and then just gently stroke it across my lid. Obviously, you wanna make sure that you're going where your crease is, hence the term cut crease. It's okay if it doesn't look super duper precise, because honestly, we're gonna cover this up with eyeshadow, then go over it again with other eyeshadows just to kind of make sure that it all blends in. But this is really the gist of it. Then what you wanna do when you reach the end is just flick it out. Now we're gonna do the same thing on the opposite eye. Find where that crease is, stamp it. That's how hard we're gonna go. Inner corner. Honestly, I never noticed how thick this concealer was. And then flick it out. So now that we've created our cut crease, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna take the really shimmery pink color that's right next to the matte pink color. And what you wanna do, because your concealer is just really tacky and liquidy right now, you just wanna pat that color on, not gliding it through because it will get messy. Now the next thing that we're going to do is add our eyeliner. Now to just add a little bit more spice to this look, I'm gonna go in with my NYX liquid gold liner. What I'm going to do is I'm going to place this liner like right above that black liner. Just a really thin line. However, I'm not gonna extend it all the way back to that little flick thing. Now I'm going to just take off my tape. And do y'all see how freaking clean this is? Honestly, the tape method is definitely unbeatable. Now I'm just gonna go in and just clean that up right here. Now what I'm gonna do is just apply some lashes and then I'll be right back. Ow! What y'all know about this eye look? This is so cute. I love it. These lashes are super duper pretty. These are Miss lashes. I don't have the packaging around my little area right now, but it's gonna be down in the description box below. So now let's move into our face and yeah, let's go.